Okay, so let's start with attitude. Attitude means your mental disposition, your feeling or position to another or a thing. Your attitude can be negative, it can be neutral. Both of them are pretty bad. It could be good or it can be great. Look, to sell, you need one attitude, a great attitude. You cannot deal with bad, neutral, or even good. Your paycheck is dependent upon this one thing. Without a great attitude, you have no chance. Your attitude is that X quality. It's very difficult to measure this thing called attitude or great attitude, but it's critical to your life and particularly critical on the road to the sale. It's so critical, we include it as a step itself. Look, this step is taken before you ever meet a customer, before you pick up a phone, before you send out a letter, before you get on the computer. Your attitude can literally be felt over an email. So before you handle an appointment, take a call, before you physically greet a customer, you have to have a great attitude. Look, without the right attitude, the steps that you take will not matter. Many salespeople underestimate the value of the steps of the sale only because, and incorrectly because, they assess that the steps actually benefit them, not the customer. They become convinced to shortcut and miss steps. You know what's out here? Is attitude. Your attitude's out. You're skipping steps. It's not that you don't know the steps now, because I know you memorized them by now. Look, your attitude's out. I don't need to take this. They're not going to buy anyway. That's an attitude problem, not a step problem, okay? See, this goes back to being convinced and sold that what you're doing, the steps in this case, are critical to your customer, to you, to your company, and to your success. People typically don't buy from people they don't feel good around. Do you agree with that? Look, if they do buy and they don't feel good around you, they're going to make a decision on what? Price. If you want to ensure that you get the lowest price for your product, that's right, the lowest price. If you want to ensure that and that you get it every time, hey, have a negative or neutral attitude. Now, if you want every chance to get the highest price for your product or service, have the best positive attitude that you can possibly have. Look, this isn't just about being positive, okay? It's not that I'm going to stand in the mirror and I'm positive, I am positive. I'm not talking about that here. I'm talking about knowing that you're going to sell the customer, like in your gut. If you know for sure, you don't stand in front of a mirror and tell people, okay? Number two, you got to dress like a winner. You don't need to dress to be comfortable. You know, oh, I'm going to be a polo shirt and shorts because it's comfortable. You need to dress like you're a professional. You need to dress like you're going after $1 million or 100 million or 1 billion. Dress professional. Number three, you have to carry yourself like you're a winner, like you have a great attitude. You know, like you're Tony the Tiger or Tiger Woods, or you're at the top of your game. Carry yourself like that, even despite things going tough. Four, you need to have that light in your eyes. You know, you ever met somebody, a male or female, that's like literally they got light beams coming out of their face? See, I literally try to project light out of my eyes when I'm communicating with people. Number five, you need this. A smile on your face at all times. We're not buying today. We can't afford it. We're not doing it. We're going to wait till the economy returns. And my first response is this. Man, I understand. I understand you're not buying today. I understand the economy's bad. I understand you're on a budget. I understand you don't feel good. I understand, and you're always doing this. And number six, look, you need service in your heart. When I go and meet with a client, I'm not thinking about, I got to sell the client. I'm thinking about service in my heart, you know? And it doesn't matter for me whether it's picking up my child or, you know, getting my wife to go out with me for the first time, or I'm selling a customer a $10 or $30 book. It doesn't matter what I'm selling. I want service in my heart. Now, you got to make a decision to have that. And when you have service in your heart, you'll have a smile on your face. You'll stand up different. And you'll have a great attitude. Look, attitude will determine how far you ultimately get in life, not just in the job you're in. Attitude will determine how far you get in your life and whether or not you're even happy in your life. Hard work alone will not ensure that you get very far in life, and even if you did, you might be miserable. Because if you have a neutral or negative attitude, hard work will only be hard work. Have a great attitude.